Hi, beautiful people watching us all over the globe. We say compliment of the season. We welcome you to the show, our show, your show, the Chosen Vibe Show. This year, we promise you we'll be giving you back to back. This year, 2026, just clock it. We are giving you back to back. I am your host. My name is Adeshawa Ademola. With me in the studio today, as usual, how do they call it? See, whatever you can call it. My co-host is here. Permit her to introduce herself.
Hello everyone, my name is Ido Elizabeth Adetomiwa.
And you see she's glowing. The new year glow is still there.
Yes,
the glory of the Lord is radiating. It's not easy. Once you're a believer and you know your God and your God knows you, forget about it.
Yeah.
It's not just easy. With us here in the studio today, we have a man of God. And when it's not easy.
Yes, sir.
It's not easy to be a media person. It's not just easy. Let our guest introduce himself to you.
Thank you very much.
My
name is Ogunjobi Ayodele Elijah, popularly known as Ayo Elijah.
Yeah. Let me do expo for you. You know Shepherd's Cut. He's the one. He's the one behind that Shepherd's Cut. You all see.
When I do some wala.
You're
welcome, sir.
There's no wala anyway. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. We really appreciate you. So, dear viewers, again, we welcome you. We say thank you. Thank you. Last year was sweet. And we believe this year will be much more.
So it was sweet with your support, your likes, your shares.
Even
thank you.
Thank you so much. We are not the one buying data for you. Still yet you are liking us, you are following us, you are dropping your comments. We say thank you.
We appreciate.
And God will continue to replenish your pockets.
Amen.
Today on our show, this one will tell you have a mentor. The other one will tell you so person is my mentor. And some people tell you Jesus is my mentor. Please, who is your own mentor?
Jesus Christ.
It's a lie. It's because I said Jesus Christ. I don't want them to know. No allow. But if Jesus Christ is the mentor, God is my own mentor.
Very interesting.
Baba, you know,
is it like we're busting out of August here?
Yes, now.
Okay, let's have it.
Sir, who is your own mentor?
No, let's go into it first.
Who is your mentor?
We are going into it now. Who is your mentor?
I have a lot of mentors.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, don't say it yet.
Okay. Okay, what is mentorship to you in just simple language?
Okay, mentorship is simply put is a guide, a person who you have a cordial relationship with, who is able to pass to you wisdom, knowledge, and skills for you to be able to achieve a goal. Yes.
Carry me, wisdom. Wisdom as in that definition. Like you said, mentor is just a guide, someone that will lead you, that will direct you, even when you feel, this thing is confusing to me. Who can I talk to?
Exactly.
And sir, why do we need mentor at some point in our life? Why do we need mentor?
You see, there is no one who is an island of knowledge. And for a person who is walking the path of life, you have to understand that some persons have walked this life before you. There is no new thing on earth.
Sure.
Either in ministry, either in business, either in leadership, in whatsoever facet of life or sector you find yourself, you are never the first and you will never be the last. So people have walked that path before you. People have had experiences before you. People have done some things before you. They have actually had results or failed before you. So for you not to be able to fall in their own falls, and for you to be able to have more results in where they have had results, you need a mentor. So that is why I said we'll be busting out of bubbles, because if I'm to say Jesus cannot be your mentor, yes, God cannot be your mentor.
Okay.
So let me put it this way. God is actually your creator.
Yeah.
Jesus is our savior. A person who is non-existent, in quotes, we know Christ is alive. We know Christ is alive. We know God is alive. But non-existence, in quotes, cannot be your mentor. Your mentor has to be a physical person.
So Apostle Paul cannot be my mentor.
Apostle Paul cannot be your mentor.
Wow.
Well, what
Yes.
of the books he wrote?
Yes, you read their books, they give you wisdom. We read the Bible, we can actually model after them. But a mentor is a physical being, an Homo sapien, a living person.
Oh,
Here's the reason,
Homo
because
erectus, Homo
yes, they have to be a person who you can speak to, you can always reach out to, a person who can tell you this is not right, do it this way, and all of sorts. So you have to
So
be
what you're
physical.
trying to tell us, like Yoruba would say, like okay, let me just put it in the Yoruba definition, like afọgbọlọdọ ṣọgbọn,
Mm,
jẹ́ kéèyàn pàdánù èèyàn.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference between mentor and a role model?
It's actually huge. Yes, many persons don't understand this. They contradict the usage of these words. You have to understand that a role model is persons which you look up to, you admire them, they inspire you. Really. Like you mentioned, somebody said some time ago that something like Miles Monroe was his or her mentor. Like I said, a person that is non-existent cannot be your mentor. You can read their books, you can watch their videos online, but they cannot mentor you. You can only model after them. You
So they
see?
can be a role model.
Yes,
So you're trying to say a role model can either be alive or
yes. There some of them they are celebrities. You might not even know you exist.
okay.
Yes.
That one self dey.
They might not even know you exist. Just love them for what they do. Probably a footballer, probably a comedian, an actress or an actor, either in your country or abroad, or you see them online on social media. You can just love what they do. They can be your role model. But a mentor must be somebody who contributes to your life. Somebody who
Positively.
exactly who adds to it. Of course, a role models they contribute to your life too positively, because sometimes you follow them, you read from them. But this is a mentor particularly has to be somebody who can actually have a direct link to you, a relationship in quotes. That relationship has to be
Must be
emphasized
there.
exactly.
Thank you very much.
Well, like you said something, and I think you already explained why. I want to know more about it.
Okay.
Like you're trying to differentiate role model from
A
a
mentor.
mentor. I watched a video of, I don't want to mention the woman's name,
Okay.
but she's a very well-known person. She was trying to explain something like that, so that having a so-called mentor and you don't have access to the person, like that is not actually a mentor. And like what you explained, but like what if you don't have access to the person,
You
and
see?
still you choose that person to be your mentor, probably because maybe you can read through their books and all like that, but you don't have connections directly to the
Yeah.
person. How can we go about that?
Okay, to start with, you see, many persons, because of the limitations to mentoring, makes them say a whole lot of things. You see, some people come online and say, me, no, anybody who should mentor me, oh, I don't have a mentor. God is my mentor. Jesus is my mentor. It's because of the limitations in mentorship. A lot of things happen in the place of mentoring. People fall out, people have issues, and a lot of things that actually come up from the place of I'm mentoring somebody or is my mentor. So as I said, for anybody to mentor you, and this is why people need to understand this. They need to have a depth of understanding to this. In as much you don't have a direct access, doesn't have to be often, but you can be able to, you know, call, text them. You see, a lot of persons, their mentors blue tick them. You send them
Come again,
messages.
sir. You said
Many persons, their mentors, they blue tick them.
Okay.
Yes, you send them messages, they check it, and they don't even reply.
Mhm.
You call some of your mentors, they cannot pick up your call. It's not as if they don't see it, it's because of the limitations to this mentoring. So, and these are due to many reasons, which I'm sure you're still going to get to. But
Okay.
once you don't have an access, the mentorship already fall out. So It is not more mentorship. You're only looking up to the person because you love them, they inspire you. Now the person now a role model. It's not more a
So,
mentor.
like, to understand you much better,
Yes.
you for me to have a mentor, I have to have
There
access.
must be access.
There
There must
must
be
be
a
access.
relationship.
There must be a
Cordial
close,
relationship.
okay,
Yes.
with the person for me
Exactly.
to have a mentor.
Yes.
Okay.
For it to be called mentor.
Okay, you said there are some limitations that will make some mentor to blue tick you and see your call and not pick your calls. So can you just share little of the limitations?
Okay. You see, according to Orator Ulubingo, there are two levels to three levels to having a mentor. Uh, One is probably somebody in the limelight, a celebrity, the
Okay.
person who is having results, having successes, and you love them, you approach them for them to mentor you. Number two is a person who isn't so popular. They aren't probably doing so well. They are not properly, probably not so rich, but yet they have years of experience. They can actually teach you on resilience, on patience. Imagine having the PA to a president as a mentor. Imagine having the PA to a public speaker, a renowned public speaker.
You
They are
have,
not really in the limelight.
you
Mhm.
have to be patient.
Yes, they are not really in the limelight, but they have experience. Imagine working with somebody like that, like the CEO of a company for 15 years, a successful business guru. So they are not in the limelight. They are not the rich persons there,
Yeah.
but you've been with them over time. They can teach you something. Imagine having the third level is a person who has failed enough to teach you. Somebody who has done businesses to a level, but they have failed. A pastor of a church of over 10, 12, 13 years, and they failed. Probably the church just went down. This person, they are failed enough to have the experience to be able to tell you that these are the things I did wrong. Do it this way. So when you meet people like this, the some persons, number one, what breaks the place of mentorship is over familiarity. That's the first thing, over familiarity. You see, when some mentors give you access, you see, some persons they misuse them.
They tend to
They,
abuse it.
they abuse the access because you can call them. Why be calling me at 11 p.m., 12 p.m.?
You know what kind?
Exactly. So, or you just text them randomly because this person they only gave you access because they love you or what you do. They wish to help you through your travails, your challenges. And that doesn't mean you should abuse the access given to you. You see, some mentoring in the place of familiarity is where sometimes sexual scandals come into,
We are still getting there.
especially when it comes to the opposite sex.
We are getting
You
there.
see, all of these things they have a familiarity and they will soon make mentorship break out. The second one is where there is no proper feedback. Mentors they put you on commitment. A lot of persons are not committed. You don't know how to face challenges. You don't go to a mentor without a clear goal. You don't go to a mentor without having to
Like
do.
you meeting this person, what I want to achieve from this person.
Yes, then you can they tell you this and this, and you cannot even do a proper feedback. The last one is honor. When you don't give due honor. You see, the other time you were asking me who is my mentor. Yes, I have mentors, and they might not be all that popular, might not be all that loud, but they are my mentors. The first person who mentored me through life and has brought me to this height is Supreme Evangelist Akaba. He was my shepherd when I was in the University of International University of Education. He had shepherd, if I'm not exaggerating, over 2,000 students from 2000 to date. He
Thank
has
you
been
very
the,
much, sir.
he has been the shepherd of Celestial Church of Christ, Student Parish, Taishula University of Education. Imagine for over 26 years, shepherding students and tutoring them, and he's not popular. He isn't so popular, but he is my mentor. I give him due honor. I celebrate him during his birthdays. There's a way whereby probably during the festive period you reach out to them in honor. So there's no way. Like now, I'm actually under senior evangelist Tayo, who is my father in the Lord, and he's mentoring me also. I look up to him. Of course, there are ways by which I honor him in all he does. So you don't have a mentor who you cannot be loud about. They don't have to be popular. You don't have to be on the limelight. But in as much you have direct access to them and they put you through things, you must honor them. You must be able to celebrate them on their birthdays, on their anniversaries. It's not every time you come to me for advice and I give them to you, and probably in this festive season you can't even just have an amper. Just to honor them.
Mentorship is not about you
Taking, God bless you. You know, there are some persons they act like predators. They just want to, God bless you. They keep receiving without having anything in return. Of course, unlike probably maybe having a therapy session where they bill you for, or probably you're meeting for consultations where you are paying for. Your mentors don't necessarily make you pay for what they do to you. So the least you can do is probably during their birthdays, you visit them now, not for business, not for advice or whatsoever, but just to say hi, just to appreciate them. So these things out of the picture brings limitation. They make them want to withdraw. You're always calling me and you are becoming a nuisance. I'll boutique you. Exactly. So when I see that you're not somebody honorable, before when you talk to me, thank you, sir, God bless you, sir. Hello, sir, good morning, sir. Now you use TNKS, thanks. You see, that is dishonorable.
Something, well, we don't know if something actually happened and the sir went out.
In the place of mentorship, you have to maintain your honor.
Sir, you said something. I want to go back to something you said.
Okay.
I'm a bit confused.
Okay.
So I want you to at least put more light to it. You said being a mentor.
Yes.
Like, okay, probably the person has failed. You said the best person to take advice from, like probably the person heading a church and the church is no more again, and someone else wants to start a church and the person can meet with the person that has failed beforehand. But I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, but you know, I don't want to talk on behalf of everybody. But let me just say myself, you know, let me say I'm being brought should I use that word? Or some of us are being brought up to think in this direction, and which is this person has failed in his marriage. What advice does he have to give me?
Okay.
This person has failed in this kind of place. What advice does he have to give on this particular thing that I want to do? So what do we do in that aspect?
Yeah, thank you very much. And that's a very good question. I think in that phase, I think the mentor in that category just has to be sincere. You see, there are some women who have failed in marriage, and instead of being sincere about themselves, so whomever they are giving counsels to or they are mentoring in that same line, they choose to want to hype themselves and act as if they are the almighty and they are not wrong. There are some people who they don't like accepting responsibility of their failures and their wrongs. So you don't meet with such persons. So the reason why I said there are some persons who have failed enough. You see, success and failure, they're actually parallel, but they are interwoven. Yes, failure itself is a function of success. Yes, failure is a function of success. You see, persons who have failed enough in life, they can be able to tell you that this is where I have failed. And that is one of the reasons for mentorship. You see, mentorship, it helps you to walk the path of others. You see, in life, we walk through experiences. We live through experiences, but it doesn't have to be your experience. You see, you can learn from failed marriages. Your marriage doesn't have to fail.
That's why I love you.
Okay.
Yes,
Like,
you can learn from failed businesses, but it doesn't have to be your own business.
no, you know, there's this Yoruba proverb. Don't mind me. I just like listening to all this proverb. They said, "Adatoji isikoto, okara yokulo." So
God bless you. You see,
learn from the mistakes.
anything over first egba, ọmọdé awuwaju, ọmọdé tó máa gbé òyìn, àgbà awu ẹ̀yìn. You understand? So that it doesn't make such mistake. Now, for such a person now, I can tell you a coming generation that I walked this path. That place, there's a ditch there. Don't pass there. So some persons are failed in life. Now you can talk to them, and so they help you not to fail in that place. Let's say, for example, Isaac, he dug a pit, a well,
Yeah, well,
and it was covered. He dug another one, it was covered. Now he
he
had
kept on trying.
these people persons, they have dug enough. You don't need to start digging your own. All you have to do is just get a jar and take from their own well. Don't make your life an experiment. Some persons have done this thing.
Yeah.
Let them talk to you. So in the place of failure, some persons can tell you, "Ah, I did this thing. Oh, these are the things I didn't do well. Don't do it that way." And that is the whole beauty of mentorship.
And that's because they were sincere.
They were sincere. God
What
bless you.
about those that will not even tell you the truth?
That is why we have to be careful when it comes to
Choosing.
You see, you have to be wise also. You can pick these things.
Okay, but why do some people still resist to have a mentor even when they need help? Why do they resist?
Yes,
You know, some people are and when we like
Yes.
they will resist.
Mentorship. No,
So why?
not everybody loves to submit. Submission is actually a lot. Commitment is a lot. Number one is pride. Yes, some people are so proud that to submit to a person, to say, I'm submitting to this person is my mentor. They don't want it. They don't want to say, they want people to know that they have a mentor.
I feel like Lord.
It doesn't have to do with age sometimes. And some person sees it as weakness. Like people see them like it's their weakness. So you see, a lot of great people in the country here, they have mentors and they are proud of it. If you look at the remnant plan, people like C.W. John from Kenya, they submit to Apostle Arumen. People like Apostle
I
Edu.
think there's this man from Kenya that stepped down.
Yes, C.W. John.
Yes. I saw
They-
him online. He
they-
stepped down from the
Their
pulpit.
mentor is Pastor Arumen.
Arumen.
These persons are huge pastors. You have Pastor people like Edu. They are submitting to Pastor Arumen.
Even went as far as showing them his account balance, everything that they probably.
You know, people don't love the truth, and this is what mentorship helps you to do. You see people like Bishop Oyedepo, people like Sam Adeyemi, is a mentor. A person like the Pastor Eneche,
Okay.
Pastor
Wow.
Bishop Oyedepo is their
There are a
mentor.
lot of great men.
So when great men like this, see this pastor in of Salvation Ministries in Port Harcourt, they submit to Bishop Oyedepo.
Okay,
Bishop
sir.
Yedepo submit to Baba Debe.
He's his father. You see, and they are, so why will anybody feel they can't have a mentor? How big are you? So everybody have their challenges. They have their pitfalls.
But sir, what if I have a mentor? Like I want the person to mentor me, but I don't have access to the person. Like I still do not know how to go about it.
Sorry,
What
before
can I
you-
do?
before
Let me
you-
ask my
no, you
question.
ask that question. Like I
Okay.
don't want this section to go. What I'm trying to say, you said for your question, you said pride.
Yes.
What if it's not pride? It's something else, maybe probably an experience.
Yes. Previous experiences from some mentors also is actually among.
Like me, I'm now putting it this way.
Okay.
Experience, pride. What if the person is not accessible one way or the other?
You see, I gave you three levels to mentorship. Some persons just chase clout. Yes, some persons chase clout. To every level in life or to every niche in life, there's always somebody closer to you. Let's take for example now. I love Apostle Selman so much. I love Apostle Selman so much. And imagine for me requesting for Apostle Selman to be my mentor. You know what it takes, the protocol to take to get to him. But meanwhile, you have your shepherd, you have your local pastors who blesses you almost in more manner. They talk
Like
to you
almost every
closely.
Sunday.
But you see, our people, they don't want that one that is close. They don't
They want
appreciate
something
them. They want it's not big clout
Now,
because they are celebrities. They are in the
every
limelight.
pastors.
So even in business, in ministry, there is somebody close to you having what you need. So you see, those that are not accessible, they cannot mentor you. I've said it. I'm still saying it again. They cannot mentor you because Apostle Jesus, someone cannot tell me that you did this particular thing, you did it wrong. Let me give you an example. When I was in school, during our logout, we do have this, we do our exam with our mufti, all dressed up from every department and all of that. So I took some pictures and it was quite intimate with a lady. Yes, it was quite intimate with a lady. I was in my final year. That was my logout. That was my last paper. So I got to church. I was actually sleeping, and from the dream, I was saying, "Doctor, you for me. Doctor, you for me." So the president of my student parish then tapped me and said, "Hello, Shepherd, hello, Shepherd. Baba very well. You understand?" I was like, "Kilo shele." When we sleep, I sluggishly went there because I was tired from all of those, troubles of the day. And I knelt down there talking to him and was like, Kire, Kire, don't you know you're a preacher, you're a teacher, you see, to him, that was not something that's supposed to be in the limelight. It's not as if I actually did something so wrong, but he felt as a preacher, as a teacher of the gospel, to him, it is not so. He's correcting me in that particular way. That is the work of a mentor. They have access to correct you. A person who you don't have access to cannot correct you. That, imagine now, that was when I was in school. Now I'm out of school over 5 years, over 6 years. I'm out of school. But once in a while we're talking on phone, he reminds me of the main goal. He talks to me, he corrects me, he tells me that Muri Wasu Kontoshibai. Bye. That is what a mentor does. Access to tell you this, don't do this way. This, go and try this. So once you don't have access to them, they cease to become a mentor.
They are just role models.
Yes.
So, our dear viewers, please drop your comments. Anything that feels confusing to you, please drop it as a comment. We surely answer all your questions.
So, I have this question.
Okay.
So the question is, what should a mentor really give to his or her mentee? Correction, or example, or advice?
You see, the beauty of mentorship is all three mixed together. All three mixed together. A mentor must be able to correct you. A mentor must be able to admonish, advise, counsels, give you wisdom, words of wisdom, be able to tell you do this and that. And they must be able to lay examples for you. Many times we don't understand this thing until we have seen a template. Yes, probably you are building a business and you feel, how do I start this way? A mentor should be able to tell you, give you example, if not themselves, how they started from the scratch and they modeled it this way and they got here. So all three together. Now the magic is how to balance them. Balancing them is the magic. They know when to come in to give you advice. They know when to correct you. They know when to set examples.
Okay, so what if the mentee does not know the difference between the correction and being controlled?
Yes, you see, it's a thin line. Having a mentor who is correcting you or controlling you. In the place of correction, we all know that correction comes with love and care. Yes. So once you are having a feeling that this person isn't speaking from the place of care anymore, control comes from the place of self-centeredness. There are some mentors who wants to be in charge. This is whatever they see that must be enforced. They are not giving a space for you to take decisions, for you to do things. You see, before a mentor, you must be able to act silly. Before a mentor, you must be able to make mistakes. If I cannot make mistakes before you, you're always attacking me instead of the issues on ground. I am actually before you because I don't want to walk in a place of mistakes. I don't want to fall where I believe you have walked before. So you correct the issue, not me.
Okay. So
that is why some persons, you need to calm down and trust your guts. Whenever you are feeling attacked, whenever you are feeling controlled, often that known is always true. So it is giving the red flag of you to cut off that mentor.
I want to ask a question, and the question goes like, if you find yourself in this said situation, being manipulated
Mm.
as a mentee, my mentor is manipulating me. So what do we do?
You see, um, many persons they are always engrossed when they have mentors, especially when I said the other time, the opposite sex.
Okay.
Yes, you see, before before approaching a person to mentor you, obviously you like them. Obviously, you love what they do. So it is easy for them to influence you. So
Yes.
you see, especially in the place of the opposite sex, many persons, the person they go to for mentorship, their mentor is probably a person they crush on. Before you know it, they are getting intimate, they are getting
Yes.
too familiar. Before you know it, they are becoming sexual.
Ah, all of us.
You see, sometimes the mentors
You're right.
understand that this kind of, especially for the male
Yes.
gender,
It turned
they
into
is
a weakness.
they easily see the feminine weakness. Many manipulate them, use them. You see, even in ministry, many persons use many ladies. They wash, they clean, use them for their sexual satisfaction, and they find it very hard to withdraw. So in situations like this, the first thing is that you talk to God. Of course, you come to God in prayer because many times they have influences on people where it's always hard to break out from. Number two, you can get somebody who helps you, talks you out of it. Many times you speak out. You see, to back that and I'm about that many persons the reason why they have gone deep into these things is because they could not speak out. Many persons were threatened to suffer anybody, people come and come back my share, so they could not talk. So you must be able to speak out, tell persons, tell people, probably find somebody of your gender or somebody of higher authority, subject to them, submit to them, and talk. So number three, you must be confident to withdraw. That withdrawal is
Well, I
very
think
important.
that's the
Yeah,
major
very, very.
improvement people have.
You have to withdraw from manipulation. When you are seeing that somebody is trying to be in charge of your life, they are trying to control you. You
I
can
just got to learn
cease.
about that.
You can cease to become their
Yeah.
mentee. It is your decision for them to mentor you. It can also be your decision for them not to mentor you
Let me
anymore.
ask this other question again. As a person, how do I know I'm ready to be someone's mentor?
Wow.
Because
Okay.
fine, you can be on your own and someone just approach you. I like you. Fine, you can just be doing your own thing, deadly, or without any commotion. And someone will just barge into your life. I like you. I want you to be my mentor. This and you as a person, how do you know you're ready to be a mentor?
Okay. You see, mentorship is being mixed up with a lot of words. Yes, it's been attached to many influences. As I said earlier, crush.
Yes.
Somebody might just like you and just to get your attention, they say they want you to mentor them.
Oh,
Yes.
that one, man.
So some persons don't really need a mentor. They just love
That
what
one,
you
man.
do.
No, that
They
one.
just want you as a role model. You see, the word mentorship is wrongly used a lot. Some persons actually need a coach, but how do you know you have the capacity? Now, as a mentor, you must be able to question the person that is requiring to become your mentee. What exactly do you want mentoring on? What do you want? You must be able to speak. Imagine a mentor who you have never read his book. You don't watch his videos. You don't go to their programs, and you say, come, I want you to mentor me.
What if that person? Okay, sorry. Like, what if that person is not like this? That person has not written a book.
Yes.
No, I don't know. There are many people that look up to
Then you
us.
don't have the capacity.
Okay, so that means
Yes. You see,
as a
when
mentor. So what you're trying to say is that as a mentor, at least you should have written a book. Should have what you do or what.
not necessarily, as I am like I've never written a book. Some person might look up to me,
Yeah.
and that's possible. But what capacity do you have? What do you have? What niche have you worked through?
Should have
I mean, don't
something.
forget that mentorship is for experience, a part where you have worked, so that they don't make mistakes.
Yes.
You see, so I don't fall in the potholes where I have fallen. So you have not worked a part. You have not done a business for a space of some time. Probably, let's say, for the space of 5 years or more. you've not done ministry for 5 years or
And you
more,
want to
and,
mentor
and somebody,
somebody that
you
wants
don't
to
have
start a
capacity for it.
business. Yes.
You don't have capacity
I
for
get
it.
you very well.
Yeah, so in business, you've not done business for like 5, 10 years. Who is your teacher? What is your experience? So you're in business for a year, 2 years, and somebody's coming, I love what you do. I want you to mentor me. I'm not even, what if in my third year, I thought you experienced a downfall? You will mock me. You see? So it is for experience. So it is when you have situations like that, you turn it down. Let them search for persons who have gathered enough experience in their life. I'm not saying it has to be long term, but let's take for example in business, in ministry, in probably any sector of life, at least 5 years or more.
Mhm.
It's from 5 years upward, it's a level of experience.
Yes.
Anybody in ministry or business for 5 years is something,
Yeah.
10 years or more. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that they must have written a book, but let's say they have written a book, or it's somebody that they have their videos online on
Online,
YouTube
yes.
now, or they have programs. They do go out to minister for programs, they do speak in events. You have never read their books, none of their books. Imagine somebody have written 5 books, you have never read none.
One.
They have a lot of videos, you have never seen any.
Online, yeah.
They make programs and you've never entered any.
So
No.
how is the person your mentor?
That means they are searching for something else.
Yes.
said you are
Now
searching
that
for
is the point.
God bless you. So
That
you
is
must
just
be,
the
And
point.
let's
you must
tell
be-
them, they said you are searching for something else.
that is why we have to make people understand.
Yeah.
Yes, that is why we have programs like this set up for people to understand that you don't mix this thing up. People mix role model, mentors, coach, and even many more things.
Yeah, some people serve as life coach.
Yes.
Some people,
And they mean a lot of things. So in the case of mentorship, it is specified. That's focal points.
Okay. If permit me to ask this question, sir. Let me put it to myself.
Okay.
If you are my mentor,
Okay.
as a mentee, what attitude should I portray as a mentee to be able to grow? Like if truly I want to grow under your mentorship, what attitude should I
Yes,
portray?
that is a very good one. For anybody that seeks to be a mentee to any mentor in any sector or any facet of life, that in ministry, that in business, whatever it might be, the attitudes that you portray must be under what I call submission. You see, when we were talking the other time, we emphasized the place of the pride of some persons and their inability to be able to commit to it. You see, submission is so heavy. Anybody coming to the place of submission must come with humility. You must come with humility, ability to give feedbacks, ability to understand that you don't know all. That's why you are coming. Even if what they are telling you to do, you have worked it or you know it before, you must assume not knowing it. Anybody coming to mentorship must be able to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So when you are coming to a mentor, you must submit yourself. You must, even if you're a king, even if you're a president, you must submit yourself. You say, persons like Billy Graham, they were spiritual fathers to a lot of presidents. Imagine a president coming to persons like that. They will submit.
Okay, Billy Graham. I think Catherine
Kuma.
Is it Coleman?
Kuma
Was a mentor to him.
It's possible. I don't know how that works.
But I read a book. It's more or less like a biography of a life.
Okay.
So I think him.
So, sir, I have a similar question to what I asked earlier.
Okay.
So the question is, okay, as my mentor, I've not asked you rubbish,
Okay.
but like to just make the question more understandable, as my mentor, what are your own responsibility towards me as your mentee?
You see, as a sincere mentor, a responsible one, you owe your mentee a lot of good counsel, wisdom, skills, and a lot of your experiences. Because the real reasons why we have a mentor is for us to have better works. Wherever you have failed, you don't fail there. And and whenever they had results, you should actually research and get better results. So, as I've said earlier, there is nothing you are no niche you want to do, nothing you want to do, no ministry you want to start now that people haven't done, or any part of life that people haven't worked before. So you're actually approaching them to make these things easier for you. So, okay, let me give an example from Reverend Sam Adeyemi. Some time ago, when they just moved to their new location, and he went to meet Bishop Adiboye, Oyedepo rather, he went to meet Bishop Oyedepo, and he was trying to tell him, explaining to him that they've gotten to your new site and all of that. And okay, Bishop Oyedepo said, okay, very good. So what are you doing now? He said, they're about to start 30 days, or let me just assume that they're about to start 30 days of fasting and prayer. And Bishop Oyedepo said, okay, 30 days of fasting and prayer. And he said, why? That what has been the real attachment to their ministry. And he said it has been his teachings, that people love his teachings and they come around more for because of his teachings. He said, instead of 30 days fasting and prayer, after just moving into a new place, the stress of moving in, he asked him about the new location. It was far for some persons, let's assume from Ikorodu to Songo, or from Songo to Ikorodu. Some persons have to spend more, they get tired coming down, and he wants to train them onto 30 days of fasting and prayer. He said, why don't you just do probably 30 days of teachings, in as much that they love your teaching more. Number one, to attract those who were with you in your former location and those in your new location. And it was like, how was I thinking like that? You understand?
Yeah.
So the mentors, they owe you the responsibility to see some focal points in your life where you're making mistakes. They embody those mistakes for you so that you can actually make corrections. So they owe you sincere counsels and wisdom so that you don't fail where they had failed. You don't fall where they have fallen.
Okay, sir. Thank you for answering me.
Let me ask my own question.
No, let me appreciate my
Okay,
mentor
thank you.
first.
No.
I don't think I have that capacity.
Not fair.
I'm not admitting mentee.
Don't mind me. Please, I don't even understand myself. But sir, let me ask this question before my sister here asks her question. Sorry, sister. So, sir, is there a time frame for mentoring? Like, does it have a start time and end time? Like,
Okay. You see, mentorship ought to be long term. Yes. Perhaps probably lifelong if you have a good mentor. It ought to be long term because you would always work parts in life whereby you would always need a mentor. If you have a good one, there's no reason why you should cut it short. But usually, for some focuses in life, there are some persons who set time frame for their objectives, their goals. You have to understand that mentorship is to achieve an objective. So if you set a particular time frame for that objective and it is over, you can move on. Number two, sometimes you outlive your mentors. Number two, you outgrow your mentor. Yes, outliving your mentor is where, of course, you are still alive and your mentor is gone. That's number one.
So that outgrow. Does that mean the mentor is not growing?
No, it's not as if the mentor is not growing, but there's sometimes whereby the capacity at which you are is beyond your current mentor, and you need somebody else who is in your league. Yes, people outgrow their mentors, and you need somebody higher in the niche or the league where you are currently to put you through. Doesn't mean that your former mentor is irrelevant. You have just outgrown them. Number three is when the mentee feels that they want to withdraw. Yes, they might choose to just want to.
you mean the mentee?
Yes, when they feel that they just want out, and that's okay. You might get to a point in life and you feel that okay, probably I've achieved what I want, or I don't want this anymore. You can withdraw.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Pleasure, yeah.
So my own question is, what mistakes do mentees commonly make in mentoring relationship?
Okay, we've quite touched some.
Yeah, we've But I just
but
want
you
you
can
to
actually
explain.
emphasize it
Because
again.
the reason why, okay, we made mention of Baba Oyedepo being a mentor to some certain pastors
Yes.
and the likes of other. Because there are things going on these
Yes.
days, and if you're on the black app, you listen to so many things, so many gist, escapade here and there. Because I asked myself, do these people do they not have mentors?
Okay.
At least, okay, when they wrote the previous stuff you said about Apostle Rome
Okay.
and his son
Yes.
in the ministry,
Yes.
and the way they wrote it, was they were like Rome's son. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
son. So it's done on me like it was a spiritual son. So imagine the son did something to tarnish the image of the
Image.
father. So I like the pastors we're having these days, I don't get. Is it that what they've learned from their mentors, is it that they are not taking, like they took it for granted or what?
Yes. You see, as I said earlier, you see, mentorship is submission. Mentorship is humility. Many of the persons we see on the black app or in our generation, they find it very hard to submit. That is why we are having many issues we are having in life now, in ministry per se. Importantly, in ministry, many persons are without fathers. Many persons are without proper mentors and without proper teachers. Many prophets are without mentors because they don't want to submit. They want to do things of their own way. They want it to go the way they want. If they are submitted to mentors, they should be corrected. I gave you an example of how I was called over a picture. If I show you the picture, you think it is innocent, but to him it is not. Immediately there, I had to delete every one of them. I deleted every one of them. Why? Because he was my mentor, he was my father, he was my teacher. My point, it wasn't like I was being controlled, but he had a level of influences over me that makes him to be able to correct me and to see his view, his points, and to take correction immediately. So there's some persons who we see do a lot of things and we feel like, is there no persons to correct them? There's none. Why? Because they are not submitted to them. You see, a lot of persons in ministry, they have nobody over them, they have no covering. So, who do you report them to? They are everywhere. They prostitute churches. They are here today, tomorrow they are there. And the reason is that there are some shepherds, there are some teachers, there are some mentors who, when they see things that are wrong, they correct you on the go. Yes, it is the work of a mentor to correct you to every wrong. You don't adapt to your nonsense. You don't ask. Of course, you can, as I said earlier, you can be silly, you can make mistakes, but they are to put you through, not to accept your wrongs. So, if some of the things we see people do, if they had proper mentors, they have proper teachers, fathers over them, like you've mentioned, you can't have people like uh Oyedepo having a son, Bishop Oyedepo having a son or his mentees going wrong. Of course, he will call them to order.
Do let me talk.
In ministry,
No,
you
you
let me
have
talk.
something to say.
they'll be called to order. In ministry, they own it as an objective. But that's why you see, like just like you mentioned, many times they might not even mention the person's name or the person's ministry. They have their own independent ministries, but then they'll say Bishop Oyedepo's son. You can imagine.
Yeah.
Just imagine. I think I saw that post somewhere. He said, Pastor Apostle Arome's son, C.W. John, step down. You see, they'll attribute them to you. So it has a you thing on your image, on your
There was
brand.
one they attributed to about Oyedepo of recent.
Of course.
It wasn't a palatable news.
Well, you see, a lot of things happen, and these fathers, they are actually very careful. They've spent years building their image. They've spent years building their brand. You don't just come from
Even that one was even something very close. Like the person was close to him.
Well, it depends. And besides, mentors can actually advise you, they can give you wisdom from their experiences. It depends on every individual to be able to take to correction and to do what is necessary. They can't enforce it on you. That's becoming control. They can't hold your hands to do them. That's something else.
But sir, what do we say to this? Someone said being a mentor, you need, okay, being a mentee, you need to pick one or two behavior from your mentor, at least probably for people to know that this person is your mentor truly.
Well, I think we have to define behavior because, okay, let me take for example, uh, in the remnant clan, that is those under Apostle Arome, you see many of them, they tend to bend their mouth when talking because of the way Apostle Arome is. It is not really necessary. Not all of them do. You see, some persons tend to talk like him. You see, Bishop Oyedepo has sons who kind of speak like him, where they imitate because they. So, but the truth is that if you have truly, see, let me say this: you can't truly be in the kitchen cooking cooking food that is really delicious and has good aroma and not smell like it. Let's take for example, and then we won't feel our no. You can't
Smell
live
like
there and
fire.
not smell like smoke.
Sure.
So when only be a back pedal share,
Woman,
That's
your
true.
share.
you can't truly be under somebody and you don't have their influences on you.
One way or the other.
One way or the other, God bless you. Somebody sees you somewhere and they ask, "Is are you the son to like yes,
Even
my
if the
father?"
person is not there,
Mm.
that thing will
Even if they not see you together,
But sir, what do we have to say to those? Okay, what do we have to say? You, what do you have to say to those watching us at home? You know, we have mentors that are, we cannot even open our mouth to say
they are
about
toxic.
them.
That is the way life is.
You know, aside from toxic, you know, those coming up
Generation.
Gen Zs,
Yeah.
Gen Z pastors, like one of our viewers online said, like
Okay.
Gen Z's coming upcoming Gen Z's pastors like that. You know, all of them will have
Somebody look up to.
yes, you know, and nowadays I think they don't run under pastors again, they run under this title prophet, especially in our white
True,
garments
yes,
church.
sure.
Do you understand? So like, and you know, there are some people that even we can't even call them prophets, but they are mentors to some mentees. And like I said earlier, someone said a mentee, we have to pick one or two behavior from his or her mentor.
just like if your
So
mentor
what do we
is
have to say to that?
scamming person.
You see?
Yes, so definitely if your mentor is a scammer,
Oh,
the mentee we have to be a scammer.
That's why we have them.
If your mentor is a fornicator, the mentee we have to be a fornicator. What do we have to say to them?
It is influence. It's purely influence. And I've given the examples earlier. There's no way you can actually choose a person to have influence over you without picking one or two traits from them. So you see, everybody has the um you have the objective, or rather, how do I say, you have the responsibility to pick right. It's just like marrying. You have to be very picky. Like I said, you must have direct access. You must have influence over you. So you have to be very picky when picking a mentor. So that's why when you see a person, they are acting a particular way. The first question is who mentored them, who fathered them, who taught them. The person that taught them, that mentored them, that fathered them, who fathered that person, who taught the person,
father,
the mother that mothered their
Their
mother.
mother.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So it is a direct link. So you see, as you have said, many persons do not want to subject to true mentorship. They don't want to subject to sincere mentorship.
I have a lot of them, a lot of these upcoming, let me just put upcoming prophets. I mean, I don't want to call them prophets because
Who
they are
gave them
not
the mantle
even
of
they are not even near to that title. But you know, I can't judge
It is what
them.
it is.
But you know, but running under this title prophet and
No.
the person that is mentoring them, gosh.
That is why we see many of us we just burst out, and I think those that are actually celebrating them and appreciating them should be questioned too. These persons, you see that they do not have a proper link. They do not have a good link. Well, it's not necessary that everyone has a mentor. There are some persons who, by the virtue of life, they probably don't have somebody to mentor them. Probably they learn from their own experiences, their own fault, and their own rise. You see,
Someone like me.
it is quite possible. But I'm sure that for you, there might be a niche or something you want to venture into.
Sure.
And there's
some
some
people
who has worked with it. So to save yourself a lot of stress, you don't sometimes in life you don't make yourself the experiment. Yes, don't make yourself the experiment.
That's just, you can't use yourself as
So
an experiment.
if you walk that path, it might take you longer. If you meet with somebody who had walked the path, they will show you the routes to walk and to take you lesser time. That is what mentorship does.
So sir, I want to ask this question. Is it the last question? I don't
Okay,
know.
let me give it to
But
you.
sir, I want to ask this particular question. Like, if okay, let me say.
Sorry, before you go to that question, someone said this online. Most of the time, you are who you listen to. That's why you have to be careful.
Actually,
of the
it's not a
person.
question.
Yeah, it's not a question. That's why you have to be careful of the person you choose as a mentor.
Yeah.
Thank you for following us.
Of course, of course. That's why mentorship is highly on influences. That's why I said you are who you read, you are who you listen to often, you are who you see often
Yeah.
that you have access to. So they have major influences. That's why I was saying earlier that some persons from their mentor they pick the way they talk, the way
Yeah.
they walk. It's not necessarily you are not like that. You see a lot of
Who have
persons who are mentees.
Who have you choose as my mentor now?
No,
I have a
you have
mentor.
to actually have to carefully look inwards,
Yeah.
your niche, what you want to do, the path
Actually,
you want to
yeah.
work, and
Yeah, I have.
it's not necessarily you talk like them,
I'm
you
not
walk
going
like
to
them.
tell
Yeah.
you.
They can have no
Mentor
influences on you.
he
No.
knows himself.
Okay.
It is
Jomarawa.
your
So hope your mentor knows you.
Uh-uh.
If you know your mentor
My
and your mentor does not
papi
know
knows
you,
you.
it is not complete.
No, my
Yes.
papi knows
There,
me
there's
and
a
I know
chain.
my
There's a
papi.
chain. Yeah. Your mentor must know of your existence.
No, he knows of my
They must-
existence.
they must have
He
their own
knows that
relationship.
we have everything.
There must always be a link.
And so, sir, please, I want you to tell our viewers and to tell we too that are here so that we can learn. Like, who can we choose as our mentor? Like, like you said, you are into a business. You can't choose a pastor
Okay.
as your mentor. Am I right?
Well, that is relative. You have
Okay.
pastors
So I
who are
want you
into
to
businesses.
tell us now, like who can as a business lady, who
Yeah.
can we choose as our mentor? As a ministry person, who can we choose as our mentor? As a singer, who can we choose as our mentor? As a pastor or prophet, people in ministry, who can they choose as their mentor?
Okay, mentorship is based on your inward decision and responsibility. Just like you said earlier, there are some persons who are pastors and they are heavily into businesses, and you don't know. You can't talk about Pastor Olumide Emmanuel.
Okay.
He's
Yes.
he's a real estate guru. You can't talk about
remember the name of the
the pastor of KICC. Reverend is a real estate guru. These are millionaires. You can't talk about Apostle Joshua Selman. Joshua Selman is really huge on forex trading. So these pastors are into trade. They are into things also aside from ministry. But for whatever you want to do, as I said before, there's always somebody close to you who's into your niche, and you don't necessarily have to chase clouds. You don't really have to be popular. As I've said before, the first person that mentored me in life was not popular.
Yeah,
He had mentored a lot of persons. I'm not even exaggerating, over 5,000 students. And yet he's not really so known because he stays in his own capacity. He's not a media person. As I said earlier, your mentor might be someone that has failed in life.
Yes.
Having results.
And I asked question about
yes,
that.
and if they are sincere, nobody would want to associate with somebody who failed. The person, I want somebody that they can speak up.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't. What you need is their wisdom, is their experience.
That is if they are sincere.
If they are
Like
sincere. So you have to be loud about your mentor. So people want they want a mentor where they They can just clout you. They can snap with you video with and say,
They
"This is
will
my
know that
mentor."
this person is very
That is why they use the word wrongly. You go to you saw
It's a
apostle,
mentor.
you shall say, man, you're my
can I
mentor. I
have
love you. He's not your
can I have a
mentor
picture with
It's just
you?
because you don't have a
a
direct access to him.
Yeah.
You don't have a direct link to him.
Okay.
So
Let me ask my own question.
sorry, we have some questions online,
Online,
but
okay.
it's just those questions that you've answered before. Probably they are just coming
Coming,
Yeah,
you can just
online.
emphasize it a little.
Okay, yeah. Someone said, I think it's necessary to know the difference between mentor and a role model.
We've answered this.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think that was the first
Okay,
question.
for anyone listening right now,
And okay,
you have to understand the difference. A role model is a person who you admire, they inspire you, perhaps online, somebody you know somewhere, but you probably don't have direct access to them. You just love what they do. They inspire you.
Just
You
like
love the way they do things.
see Ronaldo and Kylian
Oh,
Mbappe.
you love the way they play their Mbappe. You know
Yes.
Mbappe?
yeah.
What ball?
Sometimes.
Who's your who's your favorite footballer?
Sincerely, I don't have.
Okay.
They will surely give you hypertension, so it's better to just know the same
So
thing.
you just love what they do. Just love what they do, and you know they might be in any niche in life. Might just be an actress, probably. I love Funke Akindele. Oh my god, I love her.
I love her.
Oh my god, I love Bimbo.
She's a role model.
She's a role model.
Yes.
You understand she's a role model because probably you are not into acting, or probably because you don't have a direct link to her. So a mentor is somebody who necessarily isn't popular, who necessarily isn't so rich, but they have influence in your life to give you advice, to give you wisdom, to correct you. They have direct relationship with you to help you to achieve objectives and goals in life.
I think
So the
if
other
we-
person asked.
Okay, let me pick
I
this
just want
list.
him to answer all those questions online first.
Okay,
So the other question, you've answered it, but the person is just coming out. So this mentor and mentee relationship, does he have a boundary line? When should one stop? You've answered that before. So for those that are
Yes, to
just
avoid
coming in,
limitations, to avoid being betrayed, to avoid being rejected or being ignored, you have to know when to come in and when to step out. Yes, and honor. As I said, you have to stick on honor. You see, it is very pertinent for you to always observe wherever you are. Your mentor invites you over or you visit them. You don't just go straying around. They invite you to their car. You don't just barge in and act anyhow. That is over familiarity. That is dishonorable. Probably they invite you to an event. Even the book of Proverbs says, whenever you go to an event, don't rush to go to the high seat.
yes,
Yes, don't just be dishonorable. The way you speak to them, if you have been using thank you, sir, I really appreciate
don't
you,
use
sir.
THK. Right?
Don't abbreviate.
yes.
You write your thank you, sir, in full. Sir, thank you,
Even
ma'am.
me that I'm
in
not a
full.
mentor, I don't like that word.
Of course, you
If you
have
are
to
wishing
be
me happy
honorable.
birthday,
So,
it comes once in a year. If you HBD for me, I will not reply.
so what you're saying in essence is that the difference between role model and mentorship is one is in the limelight and the other one can be a secret.
No.
Like
No.
role model, like you being a role model to someone. Like
Yeah.
most, if you ask anybody, they prefer the people in the limelight. Usually, there are
Of course,
people
of course.
that are
Yeah,
in limelight.
That's our celebrities who they
That
see.
celebrities.
Yes.
And meanwhile, your mentorship can be someone you see day to day. So my own question, I think my own last question, last but not the least. Okay, when I was in my 100 level, then my school father. Okay, so it's happened to me
Okay.
personally. That night I went to buy something and coming back, I saw a purse on the ground. I picked it as a money lake on sign. So on the purse in here,
Okay.
there was just 5 naira there. So there were other things in the purse, but to me, what attracted me was that the purse was looking nice and fine. So I now showed my school father, and Bros Steven, his name is Bros Steven. So, sir, I saw this purse, and my school mother was there. They were both in philosophy class. I think they were in 300 level then. They were like, you have to return it. It's costing. I was like, stealing as well as I don't understand. I saw it on the floor, on the ground. Not that I went to pick it in someone's houses or someone's bag. So my question is, because he once asked me, what did I learn from it? My question is, can you as a person, can a mentor choose a mentee?
Okay, okay. Well,
Because he actually chose me.
it depends.
That's why the fact that our
So
attitude,
one big mentor.
our character
Mm,
is like this.
ah, it depends who the idea, because you can choose to want to mentor somebody
And
who
the
and they
person
don't
will
submit to you,
yes.
because once you are mentoring a person, you must be able to bring feedback. Yes, feedback is very important. You see, talking about feedback, it can be short-term feedback, it can be long-term feedback. Okay, you went to a mentor to ask for an advice for, don't forget you are actually achieving a goal, an objective, and they tell you do this, do this, do this. They are expecting you to go and do what they ask you to do.
So,
So if you are choosing a mentee yourself, and you tell somebody go and do it like this, or the person doesn't even have a goal, doesn't even have a particular objective. You understand?
No, I think along the line is prayer actually works.
Well,
oh,
that's
yeah.
part of it also. But well, while appreciating people who have influences over our lives, we tend to want to eulogize them. That we call them a lot of names. He's my mentor. He's my teacher. He's my father. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said
Like
people use
that.
these words and it's
Yeah.
not probably
They
really right.
misuse the
Yeah, they
word.
misuse them. So you see, probably somebody's trying to wish me happy birthday now. He's my mentor. I love him. I don't mentor you.
He's my teacher, he's my
So
pastor, he's my this.
somebody's trying to say, Wambi, their mentor. They probably not really want to mentor you. They just love you and they feel they want to draw you close.
And
Like the
probably
word you
correct
use,
you.
they like probably be your spiritual father, your school
This one
father.
you actually tried to.
So when you have a relationship
He tried.
and you have close attributes, so it's possible that one way or the other, you must have worked the part of mentorship for you too. But it is not really advisable to choose a
mentor.
mentee.
Yeah,
It is proper for a mentee to choose
choose a
so that
mentor.
it can be more balanced.
So this last question online. When it comes to picking a mentor, you've answered that too, but I think the person is just coming.
Okay.
When it comes to picking a mentor, does it have to be someone we have access to?
Access is important. You must have a relationship. Now, like we said earlier, you must be careful not to cross boundaries. You must be careful not to cut across the line. So while they are giving you access, you don't have to every now and then, hello sir, hello sir, always calling because of every little thing. No, no. We take time, go through what they have told you to do, go through their advices, go through their books. Like I said, it is proper for you to have a mentor who has capacity. Yes,
And
who has
I've walked
capacity.
through that part.
That has worked through that part because it's not every time you go to them. Read their books, watch their videos. Eh? You, probably they are not people who have books or videos. Check out how they do things. Probably somebody in business. How do they do their business? You can look at them from afar. What model do they portray? What kind of things do they do? How do they do their business? You must be careful to study that. Not that every time you always, of course, they will ignore you, they will critique you. So you must have access, but do not abuse access, because this is one of the major reasons why people are being removed from being mentees, because you can't be very busy and somebody's all around you and somebody's just all around you just every time. Of course, just imagine like persons you have talked about, like the Arome clan, the Remnant clan, or the Bishop Oyedepo. Look at the length of songs they have. Many of them are not even in the limelight. So imagine one is always sending messages all the time. One is always visiting the office. They won't even allow it.
So there's this another question.
We
I think
even
you've
answered
answered it, yes.
everything.
But they are just coming online, so it's
Yeah.
not
They are welcome.
yes. Welcome, ma. Welcome, sir. How about having a mentor of the opposite sex? What are the things to avoid so there won't be issue in the future?
Well, we still call it over familiarity. You have to have a defined boundary, especially when you are speaking from the opposite sex, because either in ministry or in business, you know that anointing or fame doesn't have anything to do with Lord or being. So you have to be careful so that you You don't get sexually intimate, attached. That are the things that makes mentoring boomerang, and you have bad feedbacks. So you have to draw the line. There are places you go. You meet in public places. Why are you meeting behind closed doors?
Yeah.
You have no reason to meet behind closed doors because it's a person of the opposite sex. You can, if it's behind closed doors, no, you can actually meet with numbers of persons. Why are you alone? You are gradually going into something else. Why are you meeting in private places? You can meet in public places.
Yeah.
You can talk over the phone. You can talk through chats. When you want to meet, you meet with other people on ground, and they administer whatever counsel or wisdom they want to give to you. They help you through whatever they want to help you through. So where you are going extra, when you are crossing the line, of course, when the result comes, you have to handle it yourself. That's why we are actually having a lot of issues online now, with sexual scandals and everything. Some of them actually started this way. They started with father daughter things. You see, a lot of person do talk about these prophet things where they do father daughter. My poem is here.
My father is
I
my
don't want all this.
It is well
It
with
is well.
us.
It is well.
So the last question before we round up, before Tashiwa would round everything up. What advice do you have for mentors at home and mentees?
Well, I will start with mentors. Well, I've not really been in that space, but it's a lot of work. I would say that, especially for our generation, fathers, people of same and caliber, of great heights, who are mentors to people. We appreciate your efforts in molding the generation, but I would say that you need to be more patient because in this generation, many people are not willing to subject.
The Gen
They're
Z
not, yes, they're not willing to
generation.
submit. So you have to be more patient and accommodating. In fact, it takes a lot to be able to accommodate our generation. In fact, it's so much. So you have to be very patient, you have to be very accommodating, and you have to be very resilient. You must not say because of some persons are not doing it according to the way they want and they easily let go. Ẹ má fi wálẹ̀ ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. So ẹ ṣàánú wa. So and the mentees, see, as we have taught on this show, you have to understand that you don't know it, and even if you know it, act like you don't know it for you to be able to receive. As we said earlier, you must be able to learn, unlearn, and relearn. You must come with humility. Always come with humility. You must be committed. You can't go to a mentor and they give you a particular task or they give you wisdom, share experiences with you and what to do, and you don't establish them, you don't take them up, and you don't come back with feedbacks. It makes you look like one who isn't serious. So for you to be a proper mentee, you must administer all of these things. And lastly, learn to honor, learn to appreciate, learn to be grateful. If you have a mentor, be loud about them. Be loud about them. Be loud about the person who is mentoring you on their birthdays. Post them. They might see it and not tell you. They might not even comment or like, but do it to show appreciation. Always have a way whereby you show honor, appreciation, like festive seasons, their birthdays. Doesn't have to be every time. If it's probably a woman, probably International Women's Day or Mother's Day, you just want to appreciate them, just get an hamper. That's it. Probably, it doesn't have to be so big. Also, Walum Bingo, he said, you don't have to do big things in big ways. You can do small things in big ways. If it's just that I just want to appreciate you for your mentorship over my life. I just sent a little chain into your account. Just kindly buy a recharge card with them. Probably you send 3,000. They will not tell you that. Why will you send that kind of small money? No. Probably you are going to visit your mentor and his family. You go with a wine, even if it's just one. Not empty-handed. You understand? So you show honor in the best way you can, just for them to understand that you appreciate their efforts over you. And all of these things help you to keep an healthy relationship with your mentor.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We really appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sincerely, I have a mentor already.
Mhm.
I have.
Mhm.
Even before-
With this, anybody
No,
listening to us will be able to
but
determine
it's
a
just
mentor
that
Exactly.
and to know how they go about it.
Yeah.
it's just that you coming today opened my eyes to see more of things I'm supposed to do.
Many
I'm
persons not really
mentor.
know how to go about this, how to approach
Thank
their
you. I
mentors
even
and all of
learned
this.
how to.
So
I'll
it's
not
like
say
that.
it. It's inside me. I'm learning a lot.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Vineyard Media,
Mm.
say thank you.
Thank you very much, Vineyard Media. This is lovely. I really appreciate this for the love and the honor always.
Thank you for answering our call. It's an
Comments. Thank
honor.
you. We appreciate you so much because I've really learned a lot.
Thank you.
Even with this. Thank you.
With
this
Because all
of
those
yours.
it's not even feel.
I
So that I don't want to
not
say
be able
feel.
to. I always see.
I
I
don't
was able to
want to
convince
say
you and not to confuse
No,
you.
you've convinced
I don't want
us.
to say feel because it's not feel, it's huge. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
More wisdom, knowledge, and
Amen.
understanding.
Amen. Our dear viewers, so hope you enjoyed today's episode because the mentor and the mentees, it has brought a lot of issues. So I believe as a mentor, that you have your own what do they call it? You have your own path to take.
Yes.
And as a mentee, you have your own part also. Learn to honor your mentor.
Yeah.
And you mentors, be responsible for your mentees.
Yes.
We know it's not easy, especially when it comes to opposite sex. There should be boundaries.
Yeah.
Create a boundaries. Even aside from opposite sex, to overcome familiarity, there should be this boundary you
Definitely
create.
boundaries.
Let them know, okay, I'm your mentor. This is so thing you should do
Yes.
as my mentee. You can call me this time. You can't call me this time. This is as my mentee. This is what I want you to do. Okay, I want you to fast so day. Okay, we'll be doing this. And as a mentee, try to be obedient. Try to be submissive. It is not easy to serve under someone. Look at the issue of Elijah and Elisha. Just imagine what would have happened when the sons of prophets asked him, where is your God? Where is your father? Assuming he wasn't obedient, he wasn't observant.
That's actually a good point. You see, even the Bible comments Elisha. You see, it says Elisha was committed to Elijah by pouring water into his hand. There was nothing so specific and all of those details. You see, many times it's just those little things. Look at Joshua, Moses' relationship, the Timothy
Even
and Paul.
Paul and Timothy, even Christ himself
And he
showed us.
Yes.
And he washed the legs of his disciples.
It takes humility and commitment.
So it's about humility, submissiveness, obedience to be a mentee. And to be a mentor, you have to be responsible yourself.
Yes, sir.
And sincere.
And you have to be sincere.
Because
So
I think
we have
from
to
you-
say
You
thank
from failed persons.
Yes,
we
sir.
know we've made a lot of mistakes and we don't want another person to fall into that same mistake. So you tend to share your knowledge. Please do share your knowledge. Say thank you very much.
Thank you.
I remain your host. My name is Adeshewa. Till next time, and to our sponsor, the Vineyard Media, we say thank you
very much.
Thank you. So for sponsorship and advertisement, we are open to you. Say thank you
This is
till
our
another
moment.
time. Say God bless you. Bye.
Bye.